Hi guys, welcome back to my channel, and if you're new, welcome to my channel. Today, as you can see by the title, I am going to be talking about... You can't be shouting, mama. I'm going to be talking about graduation and getting through school while pregnant, and Mika is just really loud today. Being a mom and filming with... Yeah, it's a struggle, guys. I'm gonna have to find some way to keep her entertained. Give me a minute. So I wanted to make this video a while back, but I figured since it's gonna be graduation season now, between this week and next week, we're gonna be having a lot of graduations. Midwestern State University is gonna be the 11th, so yeah, I just figured why not do a video about how to get through school while you're pregnant, so that I can encourage you, if you're pregnant and if you're in school, to get through school. It's not easy, but it's not impossible. So I just wanted to make this video to encourage you, if you're a mom, if you're pregnant, if you have children, whatever it is that you're going through now, you can make it through school. Don't ever feel like you're a failure or you have to give up because things didn't go as planned. A baby's a blessing, and you can get through it. Just have patience, push through, and follow my tips. Let me tell y'all about graduation. Oh my gosh. So last year when I graduated, I was 9 months pregnant. I don't know what I was thinking, but I had everything ready for graduation. I was ready to go. I had my dress, like I had 2 dresses ready for graduation. I got this heel 6 inches, but it was platform, and I was like, I'm gonna get this, I'm gonna customize it. Hat, but my doctor was like, I don't know if you're gonna make it to graduation because it was so close. She was so low already, and it was just about a week off of my due date. So the doctor didn't seem very confident about it. So I was here getting ready, everything done, ordered my wig. I got like a long straight hair. I was gonna do it like sleek. I'll put some clips in so you can see me snapping on graduation day. But I was like so disappointed that I possibly would not make it to graduation. Honestly, it was so painful to walk that I kind of didn't want to go, but I really wanted to go, because who wants to go to school for 4 years and not graduate? Nobody wants to do that. So I wasn't sure that I was gonna make it. I even had to go to the graduation office and sign that form that would allow me to miss graduation, because graduation is a requirement. So I had to go and fill that out just in case, and the ladies at the office were like, we're gonna pray for you, we hope you make it. They didn't give me any special seating because they could have put me to sit at the back closer to the exit just in case I went into labor, but I was like, no, I want to sit with my criminal justice people, because that's what I graduated with, a degree in criminal justice. And I was like, you know, I can sit with the people. If anything happens, I'm sure I can make it out the door. But I was just praying that I wouldn't have this baby during graduation, or I wouldn't have her before and miss graduation. Like, I wanted to see my baby, but at the same time, like, I just didn't want to miss graduation. 4 years and not be able to graduate, that would be disappointing. So I was praying. But the week leading up to graduation, I started to have contractions. I was like, oh my gosh, this baby's really gonna come. I done bought, like, you know, Fashion Nova, 2 dresses from Fashion Nova, and I'm not gonna be able to wear these dresses to graduation because I had 2, which is why I keep saying 2 dresses. I have the official school graduation, and then I have my Caribbean Students Organization graduation after that same day. So my mom flew in, my dad's girlfriend, Janie, she came, my friends came, and it was like, I don't want to have all these people come and not graduate. So I was praying that, you know, she wouldn't come before graduation, but that week it was like contractions, and I was like, okay, what I did, actually, I went to my doctor's appointment the Wednesday or Thursday before graduation, and he was supposed to sweep my membrane. I don't know if you guys know what that is. I really don't even want to talk about it because I was like so freaked out to get it done, but it actually helps to kind of jumpstart labor. And I went and I was like, please, Dr. Tran, don't sweep the membrane, please. I want to make it to graduation. And he was like, okay, he'll just not do it, but I need to be careful. I don't need to be wearing those 6-inch heels that I was telling him about, even though they're platform. No, it just wouldn't make sense for me to fall and go through this 9 months and not have a baby at the end. So I decided to wear flats on the day. But that week I was so scared because I was like having these contractions. I made it the day of graduation and I just felt so bad that morning. I was like, I don't want to go. I was crying. I said, I don't want to go to graduation because I just felt like I was gonna be in the middle of the ceremony and I was gonna have this baby. I was like, no, I don't want to go. But my mom was like, no, you need to go, you'll be fine. My friend Melissa was like, yeah, you need to go, you'll be good. And I decided to go, to risk it, but I had everybody on standby. When I got to graduation and we're kind of going towards our seat, you know, like when the ceremony starts and all the graduates go out, like I passed the ladies from the graduation office and they were like, we're so happy to see you, you made it to graduation. It was like so amazing that day because I actually made it when I thought that I would make it to graduation. So I was so happy, guys. I was, even though I wanted to make it to graduation, I was already I felt so stuffed. I felt like this baby can't move anymore. She doesn't have space. I just want her out. And 4 days later, here comes my baby. So I actually made it to graduation, and then 4 days later we have a baby. So I'm actually going to give you some tips to help you to get through school, because that last year of school I was actually pregnant that whole year, and just some things that I found helped me to get through school. It's not easy. There's no way for me to tell you to make it easy, but there are some things that you can do to help. So that's what I'm gonna share with you. So let's get into the tips. Mama, we gotta get into those tips. My first tip is always let your professor know. If your professors don't know, they can't help you. You may miss classes, you may have late assignments, you may be not performing too well in class because you're pregnant. You're gonna be tired, you're gonna feel sick. Luckily for me, I didn't have morning sickness or anything like that, but I was tired a lot, and after a while, like in my last 2 months, I was having pain whenever I tried to walk. So I let my professors know, and they were very understanding when it came to that. And I was late, but they knew it was because I was probably here 10 minutes earlier, but it took me about another 10 minutes to take my time and walk across campus, because let's not even get into campus parking, like let's not even talk about that. But I had to walk a good distance to get to classes, and the professors were very understanding whenever I would walk in late, because it's really annoying to have a class and, you know, students are walking in late, but they understood that I was pregnant and it was hard for me to walk. So I really appreciated them being lenient in that respect. So I let them know. Even in my first semester, you honestly couldn't even tell that I was pregnant until I was about, I would say about 7 months pregnant is when you could actually see that, okay, she looks a little bit pregnant. But Mika was, I don't know if she was really small, if that's the reason why, but I really didn't have a belly until I was about 9 months pregnant. So I let them know, and they worked with me. They also were able to help with some assignments. If I was really not feeling good, I would call or send an email and let them know I'm having a really rough week with the pregnancy, and or a really rough day, and I'm working to get things done, and they can be very understanding. So let your professors know that this is the situation and this is why certain things are happening. So my second tip is online classes are your best friend. If you can take online classes, that is the best thing for you to do. That way, if you end up having a difficult pregnancy, you are able to get rest at home. You can stay at home and do your work. And even if you have an online class, let your professors know that you're pregnant and they can work with you. You may even be able to get them to remove some assignments for you. Maybe if you have assignments due every week, maybe they would be more lenient with you if you're not able to complete maybe 2 or 3 assignments, because they can understand that this person is pregnant and their body is going through a lot, so they may not be able to complete all these assignments. Third tip is work ahead of time. If you have all your assignments set out, at the beginning of the semester that you're gonna need to have a paper due in January, March, and the papers that are going to be due. Don't wait till the last minute, because it's going to be hard for you to work under pressure while you're pregnant. You're already under pressure. If you didn't know, you're already stressed. Your body's already going through so much. Don't put the extra stress of work and trying to get assignments done in one night. There's no overnighter or all-nighter when you're pregnant. You need that rest. So I would recommend that you work way in advance, get your assignments complete ahead of time if you can, or work as much as you can away from the due date. Don't put the pressure on yourself to get it done in a few days. That's too much stress for you, and it's definitely too much stress for the baby. You can't be stressing your baby. So you need to work in advance, have everything complete, and just kind of go along smoothly. Remember that this is not only for you, this is also your baby. Something else that I really thought worked for me very well was getting online books. I know this is 2019 and books are online and everyone knows this is the information age, but a lot of people still actually carry physical textbooks. That's not very good for a pregnant woman, especially if you're going to be carrying multiple books. So I like online books for that reason. I just take my iPad, I have everything downloaded on my Chegg, on my Chegg app, and I'll put a link to that if you don't use Chegg, or there's probably books on Amazon that you can use, but I personally prefer Chegg. I'll put a link down below for that, and you look for the book online, and it may be a little more, but it's going to be more convenient for you. Remember that you're paying for convenience as well. So get online books, eliminate that extra weight. My fourth tip is caffeine. If you're going to school, you probably need some form of it, whether it's coffee or soda or tea. You may need some caffeine to kind of help you to go. I know it's not easy to just live on water and juice when you're going to school. You need something extra to give you that a little bit more energy. So I will put a chart right here that actually shows the amount of caffeine you can have in a day while you're pregnant, and you'd be surprised to know the drinks that actually have more caffeine than coffee. And I'll put a link in the description box to where you can find more information about caffeine intake and just how much you should take while you're pregnant. We need it. We know we don't want any all-nighters, but definitely if we're going to be working all day on assignments, we really want to have something, and coffee, I personally just can't do without it. So my fifth tip is just be comfortable. Whatever you need to be comfortable while you're at school, take it with you. Make sure that you have a lot of water to drink. Take whatever comfort snacks you need to, as long as it's not harming the baby and it's within your doctor's requirements. I would take my slippers whenever I was gonna be in the library and I needed to be comfortable. I would also take a blanket and a little pillow, the little travel pillows for around my neck. I would just take those all over with me just so that I could be comfortable in school while I was working on assignments in the library or whenever I was sitting in a class. The sixth and final tip that I have, and this is just for my situation specifically, when I was pregnant, it was not an easy time for me. I had a lot going on otherwise besides school, just in my personal life, and I didn't want to harm my baby in any way. I didn't want to overstress myself I didn't want to overly stress myself so that my baby would be harmed in any way. But I felt like my school provides resources like counseling, and that's one thing that I took advantage of while I was pregnant, just to make sure that I was keeping my stress under a certain level, and counseling really does help with that. So while I was pregnant, I did go to counseling. Congratulations again to everyone who will be graduating. Thank you so much for watching. Remember to give this video a thumbs up, turn on your post notification bell, and if you haven't subscribed already, go ahead and subscribe, and I will see you in my next video.